It was a sunny morning at the temple when the student approached the wise old master. "Master," the student began, "I have been practicing meditation every day, just as you taught me, yet I feel no closer to enlightenment. My mind is as cloudy as ever." The master smiled and gestured for the student to follow him. They walked in silence through the temple gardens, arriving eventually at a small, locked shack. The master pulled an old rusty key from his robe and unlocked the door. Inside sat a single glowing lantern, illuminating a small dais on which rested a simple black stone. "This stone holds the secret to unlocking wisdom," the master said, "but you must find a way to open it yourself." The student was puzzled. How could a simple stone hold any wisdom? He turned it over in his hands, feeling the smooth, cool surface. There were no hinges, no secret compartments. What could the master mean? As the student pondered this, the first rays of dawn began streaming into the shack. Suddenly, the stone started to emanate a warm, pulsing glow. The student gazed in awe as the stone began to glow brighter and brighter. The early morning light seemed to activate something within the mystical rock. The student sat with the stone and closed his eyes. He began to meditate, focusing his attention on his breathing. As he settled into a calm, tranquil state, he suddenly felt an energy flowing from the stone into his hands, up through his arms, spreading throughout his entire body. His mind opened up like the petals of a flower opening to the dawn. In his mind's eye, the student saw flashes of insight, truths about the nature of reality that he had never comprehended before. He saw how everything was interconnected, how his sense of being an individual self was merely an illusion. For the first time, he grasped the essence of oneness with the universe. The stone was a conduit, a portal into a realm of understanding and wisdom. The student knew this now, but he also sensed there was more to unlock within the stone. Its glow began to fade as the sun rose higher in the sky. Placing the stone back on the dais, the student turned to the master with widened eyes. The master smiled knowingly and nodded for the student to speak. "I began to see," the student said excitedly. "It was as if the stone unlocked something inside me, revealing truths I could not grasp before. But why? What is this stone?" The master chuckled. "The stone itself has no special power. It is merely a focal point to calm your mind and open it to insight. The wisdom comes from within you." The student looked puzzled. "But the glowing and the energy I felt—" "Illusions, my friend," said the master gently. "Projections of your own mind. The stone reflected the light of dawn just as your mind reflected the light of wisdom. They appear to interact, but the source lies within." The student pondered this. He gazed down at the plain black stone, now inert in the full morning light. "Master," he said slowly, "does this mean the wisdom is always there, if only I know how to access it?" "Yes," said the master. "Keep practicing your meditation daily. Calm and focus your mind, just as you did with the stone as your focal point. You may not always have a glowing rock, but you will have access to that inner light." The student bowed respectfully. He felt the puzzle pieces clicking into place. The master led the student out of the shack, locking the door behind them. Together they walked back to the temple, appreciating the beauty of the morning, the chirping birds, the pink-hued sky, the tranquility of the garden. When they arrived, the master gave the rusty key to the student. "Keep this as a reminder," he said. "It unlocks nothing physically, but it can help unlock your own inner wisdom when you need guidance." The student turning the key over in his hand, it was old and worn, just an ordinary key, but now he understood its significance as a symbol of the wisdom within. "Thank you, master," the student said humbly. "I will continue my practice." In the days that followed, the student meditated morning and night. Whenever his mind felt cloudy or distracted, he took out the rusty key to focus. It helped him connect to that inner light of awareness until he could access it on his own. Over time, his mind became clear, calm, and open. One morning, during deep meditation, the student suddenly attained a profound realization about the nature of the self and its illusion of separation. He attained a glimpse into the realm of enlightenment. With tears of joy, he went to the master to share the news. The rusty key had unlocked the door to boundless wisdom. Though the key itself was unimportant, It had helped guide the student to use his own inner key to awakening. The master smiled warmly at the student. "Today, you have taken the first steps on the pathless path to true understanding," he said. "Remember, enlightenment is not a destination, but a never-ending journey. Simply keep walking the path." The student bowed in gratitude. He knew there was still much to learn, and the master's guidance would be crucial. But he felt joy at having unlocked the first door. The rusty old key glinted in the morning sun. It had fulfilled its purpose, releasing the student to now walk unencumbered by illusions. The key and stone were just tools, but the true light resided within. With this realization, the student's journey was truly just beginning. This is Narrative Dreamscape. Thanks for watching.